There was a time, man, when I first came to prison, right before I came in, I wanted to share that with you guys. I don't know why God is putting the burden on me for you young people. Don't let anybody tell you you can't preach the word, you can't speak his word, you ain't going to say a word for God. Because the enemy will come to steal, kill, and destroy everything about you because he doesn't want you to set other people free. When I first got sentenced, before I got sentenced, I kept telling the Lord, don't send me to prison. Let me go out there and preach in the streets. Let me go talk to them who are out there. There's a lot of people that need help right now. There's a lot of preachers in prison right now, man. There ain't no need for another preacher there. When I came to prison, it was 2 weeks down the road. I was sitting there, I'm walking around, and one day the Lord lays it on my heart. He tells me, Jesse, where are all the preachers at? Where are all the men of God that you said that are here in prison, that I ain't need another man in prison? I brought you here for this very purpose, to bring you out, to give a testimony of them who are out there. When I was in prison, I told God before I came, I said, God, I'm not going to depend on the gangs. I'm not going to depend on the drugs. I'm not going to depend on anybody but you, Lord. Whatever it is that you want to take me through, I'm ready for it. Boy, did I not know what I was asking for. When I was in prison, there came to a point where I wouldn't check in with the gang that I was associated with. And we all know that when we're in prison, once you're associated with a gang, you have to check in, you have to check out, you have to let them know what's going on because everything's political. But I decided not to do that, and I was going to depend on the Lord. I was going to minister who I was going to minister, preach where I was going to preach, do what I was going to do for the Lord, no matter what came. But I didn't realize what was coming. It came to a point where my life was on the line. A man put a hit out on me. And I was scared for my life. I was scared out of my wits. And for about a year and a half, man, I went through what you could call hell on earth is what I felt like. Because everywhere that I went, there were soldiers there waiting on me. Everywhere that I went, there was people waiting on me to try me, to do something to me. But somehow, some way, God always delivered me out of it. Always an officer or somebody would show up and show out and show up. But one day I came to a brother. He was an outside chaplain man that would come in. He was a old bodyguard for Benny Hinn. And one day I came to him and I told him, I said, sir, this is what's going on. I'm not a snitch or anything, but what I'm asking you to do with me is I'm asking you to pray with me. Because I need help right now, man. They're going to kill me. And he said, all right. And we stood on that scripture of Isaiah 54:17, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And we stood on that. And I ended up having to go to court. I went back to court for my girlfriend. She was my co-defendant. And while I was in court, I was ministering there. And they put me in a dorm where it was mostly all murderers in that dorm because of my charges. I had violent charges, so they had to put me with violent offenders. And God brought me out of there. And when I came back, there was another gang that was after me when I got in back. And they said they were going to hurt me too. And I was scared out of my wits. And I ended up in a dorm. And the dorm that I ended up in was the same lieutenant to the gang that was after me. And I said, man, God, what are you doing? What is it that you're bringing me through? Why would you bring me in a dorm like this when you know that they got a hit out of me? You know that they want to kill me. You know that they want to hurt me. So as I'm in there, I'm making it was an open bay dorm, and while I'm in there, I'm making up my bed. And when I'm making up my bed, here's that lieutenant, and here's 3 soldiers that planted up inside that dorm. And man, I didn't know what I was going to do. I said, here it is, God. It's either me or him. Either I'm going to kill him or he's going to kill me. I can't depend on you, God. I don't know what you're doing right now. Man, you got to help me out. And this guy's walking around and he's looking at me. And man, I'm scared. So he ends up walking over to me. He says, man, I see that you're back. I said, yeah. And I got my back against the wall because I don't want anybody to jump on me. If it's going to come to me face to face. So as I'm sitting there, I'm praying at the same time, and this guy says, it's good to see you back, and he walks away. And I get even more afraid because I said, man, he's going to go get that shank. His friends are going to come, and they're going to get me too. But he comes back, and he has a cup in his hand. And he has it with coffee. And as he's sitting there, he hands that cup of coffee to me. He says, we see, man, that a lot of people come to prison, and they talk a good game, and they speak all these things about Jesus because they get scared. I said, but we've been watching you for a long time, and we realize, man, that you're the real deal. He said, we also heard, man, that other gangs after you, they got a hit on you. But I'm here to let you know from this moment forward, no one will ever touch you or put their hands on you. He said, by the end of the day, these same people are going to come to you and they're going to apologize to you. And they're going to leave you alone. Nobody will ever bother you again. Anywhere that you want to preach, anywhere that you want to minister, anything that you want to do for the Lord, you got our permission. You're all right. You don't have to worry about it ever again. When he handed me that cup of coffee, I drank some and I gave it back to him. It was just a thing that they do. It's like an honor thing, and I gave it back to him, and sure enough, nobody, by the end of that day, that other gang came at me and they turned around and they apologized for everything. I was able to minister, I was able to teach, That same guy, about a couple of weeks later, that same man that was sitting there, I started becoming real good friends with him, man. And one day he gets off the phone and the Lord says something's wrong with one of his family members. Go ask him. I went over there and I asked him. He said, yeah, my brother's in the hospital. He's in ICU. They say they're only giving him a few days then before he dies. He's real sick. And I said, man, I'm going to pray and I believe that God's going to heal him. I went back to my bunk. I'm sitting there. And as I'm sitting there, I'm listening to music and stuff. And I'm asking the Lord, what is it that's going on with him? And right before anything, I hear the Lord take me to a scripture. He tells me a scripture. And I go to it just to make sure that it says the disciples ate and they were full. So I said, Lord, this is all you can give me? Is this all you're going to give me for this man? I mean, man, we just became friends and you're just telling me that the disciples ate and they were full. What does that mean? Who cares if the disciples ate and they were full? This is what I'm thinking. And then as I sat there and I became quiet, the Lord tells me, what happens? Where does your food go to when you eat? I said, it goes into your stomach, Lord. But where does it go to? He said, I told him, through your intestines. He said, that's what's wrong with him. His intestines are they're poisoned. So I said, all right. So I went to him and I told him, I said, this is what's going on with your brother. There's something wrong with his stomach. I said, well, we're going to get on our knees right here and we're going to pray. I said, don't worry about none of these people, what they think or say. The guy turns around and angry. He says, man, I'll kill any of these people if they turn around and make fun of me. He was serious, though. We got on our knees and we prayed. As we were praying, I felt the Lord's presence right there and then, and he felt the presence of the Lord too when we got finished. And when we got finished praying, I heard the Lord say, in 3 days, he's going to be fine. He's going to call his family. He's going to be out. There's not going to be anything wrong with him. Sure enough, I turned around and I told him that. I said, the Lord says in 3 days your brother's going to be fine. You're going to call home. Everything's going to be good. He says, man, I hope so. I said, don't say hope so. It's going to happen. But the Lord says it's what's going to happen. He says, all right, we'll see. So for those 3 days, I was kind of walking on pins and needles, but I kept claiming God's word. I said, Lord, you said it. You said it. You said it. And sure enough, in 3 days, he came out of that hospital fine. Let me declare to you and let you know that God is a deliverer.
Yes.
I'm here to let you know, especially you young people, man, no matter what God is speaking to your heart. God brought you here and placed you here for a reason. Don't let anything or anybody ever stop you from speaking that word or what God is telling you to do. No matter if you're after you. Because God has a great calling for each and every one of us. We are a living testimony to you. I just want to encourage you guys. Don't ever give up or give in or let go. Because God is faithful. Yes.